Good afternoon, everyone. This week, we continue to see progress in the fight against the third wave of COVID on Ontario, with a continued decline in new cases. In Grey Bruce, the third wave associated with a small number of social gatherings appear to be behind us. There were only 31 new cases reported in Grey Bruce this week, down from the 159 reported at the peak of the third wave in the middle of April. Currently, there are 51 active cases within the Grey Bruce Health Unit. No new cases were reported in the last week from the town of the Blue Mountains. Currently, there are 2 active cases in the Blue Mountains. In terms of active cases per population, both Grey Bruce and the Blue Mountains now sit at 13% and 12% of the provincial average. So we are doing 8 times better than the rest of Ontario. Hospitalizations, patients in ICU and on ventilators in Ontario have leveled off. And if the decline in cases and positivity rates continues, we may start to see a decline in the coming weeks. Over the last week, 184 Ontarios lost their lives, down from 200 a week ago. While these numbers are encouraging, now is not the time to let down our guard. Residents are reminded to follow all public health advice and restrict close contact to those in their own household. Those who live alone may join one other household. If you are eligible to be vaccinated and have not yet been vaccinated, it is important you register immediately to make sure you are vaccinated as soon as possible. Currently, bookings are available for people who are 55 years of age or older in 2021. That is, those born in 1966 or earlier, as well as those with high-risk health conditions, caregivers, and other specific groups. For more information on eligibility and how to book, please visit the Grey Bruce Health Unit website at publichealthgraybruce.on.ca and follow the instructions. The provincial lockdown continues to be in effect. As a result, the following town facilities remain closed until further notice, in accordance with the provincial state of emergency and stay-at-home order. At the town hall, most staff are working from home, with some staff present working in a socially distanced manner. Most town services continue uninterrupted. However, there is no access to the public to the town hall at this time. All services are being provided remotely by telephone or virtually over the internet. The Beaver Valley Community Center, the Craigleith Community Center, the Ravenna Hall, and the Craigleith Heritage Depot remain closed under the provincial lockdown. The Blue Mountains Public Library is open for curbside pickup only. The Tomahawk Golf Course and recreational area has not opened for the season and will remain closed until further notice. Public washrooms will not be opened and portable toilets will not be installed, so please plan your trip accordingly. For additional and regularly updated information on each property, please visit our website, which tells you what is open and closed. All parks and trails are open for walkthrough and exercise, and the public is encouraged to use them. Playground structures are also open for public use. Please remember that public washrooms are not open and plan your visit accordingly. The dog park is open for public use. Please allow others to use the space by practicing physical distancing and not loitering within the off-leash areas. Please note that off-leash areas are not cleaned or sanitized. This includes, but is not limited to, water fountains, shade structures, gazebos, benches and tables, fences, gates, and message boards. Our baseball diamonds, tennis courts, and skateboard park, the Thornbury Harbor and boat launch are closed in accordance with Ontario Regulation 8220. All town facilities will be reopened under the guidance of our health unit when Ontario regulations permit. Bylaw enforcement and the Ontario Provincial Police will be monitoring all areas. Lastly, there has been some concern expressed with respect to the police activity in Thornbury last night. The OPP reports that officers from the Collingwood and the Blue Mountains detachment of the Ontario Provincial Police evacuated several businesses in Thornbury yesterday evening as a result of a threat to public safety. The threat, targeting the Thornbury area with no specific location, was delivered via an online platform and resulted in the evacuation and temporary closure of several businesses, which took place shortly after 6 p.m. Eventually, the businesses were allowed to reopen at approximately 7:30 p.m. with no one being injured or any incident taking place. Investigation is ongoing at this time to determine the source of the threat. Anyone with information on this occurrence is asked to contact the Collingwood Blue Mountains OPP at 705-445-4321, or if you wish to remain anonymous, contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. You can submit your information online at www.crimestoppersssdm.com if you have any information on this crime or any other crime. Crime Stoppers does not subscribe to call display, and you will remain anonymous. Being anonymous, you will not testify in court, and your information may lead to a cash reward of up to $2,000. I would like to thank our OPP and town staff who responded to this situation. Have a great weekend, shop local, and stay safe.